Hi guys, and welcome to episode 26 of the M&T podcast. If you are listening for the first time, I'm T, that's Tiffany, and this is M.
That's me.
Yeah! Pre-warning, this is a very heavily Christmassy episode, from where we're sat to what we're drinking to what we talk about. So if you don't like Christmas, unsubscribe and fuck off right now.
I do apologise because I do know that some people, this may still be a little early in the month to be going full Christmas, but we didn't mean to.
And it just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah. But it is good, and we have some good laughs. There's some good questions, both Christmassy and non-Christmassy. So we hope you enjoy it. Buckle up, and we'll see you in the episode.
Yeah, we'll see you in there. See you in the. See you in the ep. Come on, all together. 1, 2, 3. See you in the episode. Ho, ho, ho.
What do you call me?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 26 of the M&T podcast. That is officially half a year.
Jesus wept.
And it is the most wonderful time of the year.
It is indeed. Anyone watching on the tubes can see we are festively dressed.
Or as I've been saying, festive as fuck.
Yes, but you have to bleep it out on other things.
Yeah,
but
not on here. This is what the people come here for.
And we are recording in the morning.
We are. It is Sunday. This is the second week in a row that we've done this.
Yeah.
Where the Saturday, where we would usually record, has ended up being a bit of a write-off.
Yeah.
And we couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
So we're doing it on the Sunday morning. So we're doing it over coffee.
Christmassy coffees, nonetheless.
What have you got?
My mum sent us a little care pack of
Which
things
was very
for
sweet. Christmas,
and it had the Beanies flavoured coffees in there. So we got delivered gingerbread and mince pie, and I'm having the gingerbread one. Gingerbread instant coffee, a cosy and warm sensation.
I've got mince pie, a festive favourite.
Are you a festive favourite? That's
apparently
cute.
They're very good. I prefer the mince pie one. I feel as if the gingerbread one, it almost tastes a little bit too artificial for me.
Oh, that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, you
so,
love all of that, don't you?
Happy Sunday.
Cheers. We're in front of the tree. The house is feeling very Christmassy. I do like it.
Yeah, you happy?
Yeah.
When we put up the tree the other day, you said you were really happy.
It was my favourite putting the tree up day that you and me have ever had.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's something about being in this house and being where we are, and probably sort of the year that we've had.
Yeah.
This feels more like home than anywhere else we've ever been, I think.
Oh, that's nice.
And a Christmas tree putting up day kind of epitomises that, I think. When you get it all done and then you sit back on the sofa, you have yourself a little glass of wine and you look and you go, yeah, it feels like home.
Yeah,
and I think
nice.
this feels more like home than anywhere else we've ever been together. So.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and it's not all like stressful, like rushed around work or anything like that either. So that's really good.
We had the day to sort of get it done, and we went and got decorations the day before, and it's nice and it's our stuff, and yeah.
Lovely.
It didn't feel like you've got to rush and get it done because I've got to get ready for work or anything like that. It was just nice to be able to properly start the Christmas season as we mean to go on.
And we have started well. The Advent, we are now 6 days into the Advent.
6 days in. In the last podcast, we were talking about sort of getting ready for it. We have now done 6 days of the Advent. How do you feel it's going?
Festive. I like it. I really like it. We've done good things. We obviously... At the beginning of the week, we started looking at our Christmas stuff, and then we put up the tree and went to buy decorations, and then we did like a festive pub quiz, and it's all on the YouTube. People go and look at it.
It is all there. We are filming for the YouTube right now.
Yeah, every single day. It's now Vlogmas, so that means you can watch. It's normally less than 10 minutes, isn't it? So you can just
I'm
watch...
aiming that every video is less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, so you just watch while you're having a cuppa.
It's a little snippet of our day.
Yeah.
Some of them are more Christmassy than others, but we always try to fit something in that's Christmassy.
Yeah, so it's been really good.
I did like the comment that we had on YouTube this week from a lady called Katie Bush. I don't know if she's a listener of the podcast, but God bless you. You're a little bit famous in our house right now. She's the new Barry.
She is the new Barry.
That Katie wonderfully chose to watch a Vlogmas video and then commented to say, "I'll be back in the new year. Christmas nonsense. Thumbs down."
It's literally called Vlogmas.
Like, just
it's supposed
you chose
to be
to watch it. I always admire these people's effort to then tell us as well. I'm going to put a comment, not just close the window, move on to a different video, move on with your life. You chose to tell us that you are not going to be watching anymore because it's Christmas nonsense. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Katie. God bless you.
Merry Christmas.
We hope you have a wonderful time of the year.
Happy holidays.
And we'll see you in the new year.
Lord. Yeah, that was funny.
Bless her.
Oh, well.
Who chooses to go out their way and tell people that they're not feeling Christmassy?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, apart from the Christmas side of things, I'm going to ask you how your week has been.
I think my week's been okay. It is a little bit overwhelmed by the Christmassiness because obviously creating the Advent is mine, and it is sort of a work in progress. You don't just sort of do it and then it's done for the month.
Yeah. There's something on your shoulder, sorry.
Oh, there is. I think it's... Well, this is a brand new shirt that you bought me this week.
Yes,
and it still had one of the labels stuck on it because I'm wearing it for the first time.
Do you love it?
Actually, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked...
It's not garish. Could have been worse.
It could be worse.
Exactly.
But I like all of this
shit
at this time of year. I actually like wearing the Christmas jumpers and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
And here, we actually can get away with wearing Christmas jumpers because it is cold.
Yeah, some of the Vlogmases is from years gone by. It's like we start off wearing a Christmas jumper, then we end up carrying it because we're too hot and we can't actually wear it properly. But definitely needed. I've got big Christmas socks on and my Christmas pajamas.
Yeah. No, I think the week's going on okay, but like I say, it is a little bit. Obviously, the daily vlogging takes over a little bit as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm always it might look like we just film what we're doing, but I'm always thinking ahead. What are we doing? Where's the camera going to be? Do we film that bit? So I do feel as if that's kind of distracted me from what previous weeks have been like, where I'm sort of digging into doing Lovelo stuff or pottering around the house and stuff. I'm just really thinking about what are we doing today? What's Christmassy? But I'm riding my bike and I'm enjoying.
You are riding your bike a lot more, which is very good.
I went this morning. It was bloody freezing.
It is cold in the mornings, isn't it?
Really cold. It wasn't as cold as the other day. I went for a bike ride a few days ago and it was 6 degrees.
Wow.
Now, some people will, particularly hardcore cyclists, UK-based cyclists will go, well, it's still in the pluses, so that's lovely. But that's the coldest I've been out on my bike for over 5 or 6 years.
6 years, yeah, it will be 6
and
years.
it was freezing.
Yeah, people are like, but you're in Ibiza, it's not as cold as England.
Bloody is.
We've never, it isn't as cold as England.
Not. They had snow this week.
But we haven't experienced a winter for years.
Yeah.
Years and years. So actually it's like we're used to, it being low 20s all day.
Yeah.
And so now we're looking at single figures.
Mm-hmm.
We're a bit like...
It's a bit of a shock to the system.
It is a bit of a shock. I'm like, I have to take a scarf everywhere and
on top of that, we live in a house and places out here are not built with winter in mind. No. Because most of the year it's really hot, they're built to sort of help you in the summer. Yeah. So, houses in the UK are quite good at getting their central heating on the go, and you're warm and toasty once you're in. Yeah. We have just about got there with ours with the heating, but it's it's a concrete floor and your feet get cold.
Feetsies get very cold.
My nan's suggestion was to get lots of rugs.
Yeah, true, but then I like the plainness of the floor.
Yeah. And we would get rid of them in the summer, and I don't know where we'd store them.
No, exactly. Oh, well.
Anyway, how's your week been, my love?
It's been okay. I very much enjoyed Vlogmas and having chocolate for breakfast.
Wonderful.
And yeah, good, because our friends are getting involved in Vlogmas as well and joining us on these different activities. So that's really nice.
No, I have my own WhatsApp group.
with
that is
everybody
basically
else,
the
but
same
not
as
me.
it's the same as our other WhatsApp groups, but you're not in it.
Oh wow.
So I have that. And they are being very good so far. They all get it when I'm like, we're thinking of doing this. Do you want to be involved? Are you doing this? Don't talk about this and things like that. So they're doing very well.
Cool. And that's good. And I sent out the Secret Santa thing for Christmas Day, so that's exciting. And I don't even know who's got who. It's one of those ones that you can do online.
I think that's really cool.
And you can make a wish list. So if you don't know the person that well, they can put little things in.
What's the best Secret Santa gift you've ever either received or given?
Oh God, I don't know. I did Secret Santa last year with Wicked, and I got this like social media game because like I did like that was my job.
Yeah.
That was good. I really don't know. I can't remember what I give as gifts or anything.
I'm looking forward to doing Secret Santa this year because I've only ever done Secret Santa with work people, and with work people you kind of still have to be fairly sensible because we open them at
really
work.
Funny
like I'm not going to like buy you a mask with a cock for a nose, like even though I might want to. But here I can't rule out that when you see somebody open a mask with a cock for a nose,
I know it's going to be from you.
You'll go, yeah, Matt bought you that.
I do hope people don't confer.
I hope they don't.
I have told them not
rules
to.
Rules is rules.
Rules is rules. We won't confer.
No. I'm even going to get different wrapping paper just for my Secret Santa present than I wrap your stuff in.
Yeah.
Because, I'm
going to wrap
put
mine.
people off the scent.
Yeah.
So you know who you've got?
Yeah, of course.
Are you pleased with who you've got?
Yes.
Do you know what you're doing?
No.
I'm pleased with who I've got, but I have no idea what to do.
Amazing. So hopefully they do a wish list for you because you can do the little wish list.
Yeah.
On the website. It's such a clever website.
It is good.
Yeah, really, really good. And I can see who's opened it and who's not, so I can follow up with people. But I don't know who, unless I go right in deep on the back end of it, I can't see who's got who.
And I think it's good.
Which is good for an organiser because else it gets boring for them.
Well, it's 6 of us for Christmas, isn't it? So we've got 4 friends coming round. I think that's a good number, good amount of people.
Yeah.
It's within the law. And we're going to have a good day.
Lovely. Lovely jubbly.
Ed's already made the gravy.
Ed has made the gravy. That is commitment.
He made the gravy 2 days ago. So on December 4th, Ed made our Christmas gravy and he's put it in the freezer. It's ready to go.
Nice. I was saying this week about the advent calendar that sometimes you have the urge to look ahead and see what's coming. Have you ever done that with my advent calendar?
No.
Never ever.
No. Have you?
No. It was just something I wanted to ask you.
God.
I wrote the question
I
down.
actually feel a little bit disgusted with you.
I've never done it.
I do wonder
How can
sometimes.
you be disgusted? I've never done it.
This is a good trust-based conversation. I actually think today, while I was out on my bike ride this morning, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if sometimes you've looked ahead.
Why?
Because you're a control freak. And we only had this conversation yesterday with some friends in town that as much as you love the year where I create the advent calendar, we both prefer the year when you do. Because firstly, I like the surprises and I'm not that good at organising things anyway. But you are a control freak and you like to be the person that goes, that's what we're doing, that's when we're doing it. And as we've said many times before, you really enjoy sort of knowing what's happening in your town and sort of keeping an eye on the socials and knowing events that are coming up. I only know what's going on because you tell me. I then have to figure out, okay, are we going to put that in the advent and then try and hide it in a date that comes as a surprise?
Yes.
But nothing that we're doing is going to be like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it might be.
No.
I didn't know that today that we're going to go watch the football
well, then you're
as
welcome.
our advent.
Yes. I realised watching last year, because obviously you did it last year, 3 times in the month you used going to watch the football as an advent.
Yeah. That's because you like watching the football.
And so in my head I went, well, clearly she doesn't have an issue with that. So
the
today
advent was for you.
Do you know what? If it wasn't,
we would still go watch the football.
Well, yes, I would be watching the football regardless anyway,
Yeah.
and you tend to just watch it with me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Wolves versus Liverpool, and Ed's a Liverpool fan,
Yeah, it does make
and
proper
they are the
sense.
current champions, and Diogo Jota now plays for. If it wasn't kind of like
It fit
if
really
it was Wolves versus Fulham,
yeah,
I'd be like, no, we're not using that. But it is
it's actually good because it does. The sun's got in, and now I feel like everything's gone dark.
I know.
Wow.
The sun suddenly disappeared.
Yeah. No, I have never ever looked ahead.
Neither have I, and
sometimes
never will
I.
I.
Want to.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise. Never. And I wouldn't.
Have you ever?
I'd hate it.
Did you ever, as a kid, go like rummaging around to try and find your Christmas presents?
Yeah.
Did you ever?
Yeah. I never opened them, but I like touched them and shake them and.
I don't think I ever did. I always knew where they were. I knew where Mum and Dad put presents before they sent them to the North Pole.
Oh no! Only when I'm older and the presents are already under the tree because.
Oh, okay.
You know, they get there early when you're older.
They do. I can't remember exactly the year it happened when. Clearly, you've got to that age now where they don't have to go to North Pole anymore. They are wrapped, and the Christmas elves bring them slightly earlier, and just go, do you know what?
Ahead, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got a big night, and if he can do any early deliveries, then great. And I used to love that because presents round the tree. Would you go and sort of like shake it?
Yeah, that's when I'd go and look. But I never went looking for presents when I was younger.
I didn't, but I knew where they were.
One year. We got downstairs on Christmas Day and there were no presents under the tree. And my dad had hid them all behind the sofa.
Your dad, absolute lad. Was that...
So we were like we immediately cried because we're three little girls.
So was that still... Santa brings those.
That was still, I think it was still Santa delivery.
So your dad.
It was like we're on the naughty list. We haven't got any presents. So we all start crying as three little girls.
So your dad.
And then they're behind the.
Absolutely peaked at banter on Santa Claus's behalf.
Yeah.
He is Banter Claus. That's amazing.
Yeah. So that happened one year. That was funny. Yeah, I love Christmas.
So do I. I like all of it. I like what we do. I like that Christmas starts December 1st.
Yes.
And that we do something every day.
It was really difficult not to start Christmas early this year because obviously everyone started Christmas early and put up their trees mid-November because fuck it. Yeah. It's 2020.
Good for you.
And obviously I didn't want to push anything because you're doing the Advent, so I didn't want to start something before you'd planned it. So, but I found it really difficult because I was just like, we could totally go and do this. Like a couple of Christmas markets started earlier, the end of November, and content.
Yeah, well, that's probably the only thing that held us back.
Yeah,
is we have got to make 24 Christmas-based videos between December 1st and December 24th.
I like it.
And if we had started doing a few things too early,
we'd run out.
Then yeah. So what else is going on in Ibiza that's Christmassy that I don't know about?
Are you trying to find things out? I think I generally like share them with you, and I'm like, oh, there's a wreath making thing here, and like, oh, go make mulled wine here, and like, oh, this Christmas market's on, and that one is on, and this, that, and the other. So I think I do share things with you, or share them on my social media, so you have to then just go look. But yeah, and we haven't even done any of just the little stuff yet, really. Like watch a Christmas movie, or that stuff's a good filler for like a weekday when not much is going on.
I feel as if they're a mid-December filler.
Because then when you get closer, there's sometimes a lot more Christmassy stuff going on, and then I care less about what I'm trying to not eat and drink when you get closer to Christmas, so you can put more foodie things.
Are you trying to get ahead or get to a certain point with your fitness so that you can have a certain amount of days where you can switch off a little bit?
Well, I just think Christmas Day you switch off. I don't want to be like that whole point between Christmas and New Year where it's just you don't stop eating.
That weird limbo.
I don't want that
week.
Because it makes you feel like you're going backwards. So, and then everyone's New Year, new me. So I just want to, but you have to pick and choose. And that's fine, like, if it's like 1 day, 2 days a week where it's a bit more, but I just don't want to do like 10 days of indulgence because I'll just feel terrible again. Whereas I've started to feel better.
Yeah, it's interesting that we've
really
basically just done, like, I would say, 2 or 3 days of indulgence.
Yeah, and I feel terrible today.
We feel it. So I'm really glad that, like, you've been in the gym already today. I've gone for a bike ride, and it's kind of like, okay, we had that couple of days, a little bit of a reset now, good week, and then we'll sort of...
I basically need foodie things to happen on Sundays and Mondays.
Yes,
rather than Fridays and Saturdays, which happened this week, which is fine. It's just,
it's hard when
mistake there.
There's a certain Christmas market that's only on a Friday.
Yeah, that was fine. Like, I just started on the rosé, and that was the issue. And then I kept
on
going.
Friday,
I was on one.
You were about as drunk as I've seen you
in a long time.
In a long time.
I clearly was just like, this is my
You were very
time.
Fuck it, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's okay, because fuck it,
it's Christmas. Anyway, whatever.
There were 11 glasses of rosé on the bill.
They weren't just mine. You were drinking...
I had, I think, 4.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever. Oh dear. I just hit my microphone. I have a question from Gez.
Go for it. What? Oh, Gez has sent in a question.
Yeah.
Nice.
What will your first Ibiza Christmas look like? So what are we up to?
It's very red and white. If you want to know literally what it looks like. Well, so far it's been pretty good. It's lots of sort of nice little walks into town. We found a little Christmassy shop in town yesterday.
Yeah, that was good.
Good bakeries and things like that. So it's certainly in comparison to previous years where we've been in a big city that doesn't really do Christmas, I don't think, authentically. They do it very...
it's very fake.
Like, it's all fake. Excuse me. Wow. It doesn't matter what I drink, clearly, because I'm drinking coffee. But Christmas Day is going to look like, I think, fairly kind of like traditional.
Yeah, we're having people over. We're hosting, and we're going to have a Christmas dinner. There are some weird dishes being added because Noel is coming, and he's American. So he's bringing wings and mac and cheese, and I'm okay with that.
I'm totally okay with that.
Absolutely okay with that.
But it was funny talking with him because that's his Christmas tradition.
Yeah.
He was like, I think he says he comes from quite a big family, and their tradition is that the table is covered in everything. It's not just what we see as traditional Christmas food. It's just food.
Yeah.
And it means you can have a bit of whatever you want. I mean, like, well, you can bring whatever you want. So if he wants to make wings, mac and cheese, whatever, be my guest. Put our service to the test.
Christmas Day will be lovely, and we'll have the heating on and the fire on, and it'll be all cozy. 6 people around the table, and then possibly a couple more coming after they've had their Christmas dinner. They're thinking about extending the curfew.
They are
increasing the number of people you can have in your house, so we'll be still on the right side of the law. It'll be nice. And we'll eat and drink too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Boxing Day will be a write-off.
We're going for curry.
We're going for curry on Boxing Day. Depending on how big a day Christmas Day is what time we go for curry on Boxing Day.
Yeah, that's true.
It might be quite a late one.
Yeah, or we'll end up getting it delivered.
Or that. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It's probably the most I've looked forward to a Christmas for a long time.
I'm glad
Obviously,
you're looking forward to
two years ago we did Christmas in the UK with the family, which was lovely.
You still got sick though.
I got sick again because I think, and we've discussed this, I think in the back of my mind I knew I've got these couple of days and then I'm straight back to work.
Yeah,
including an 8-hour flight in the middle of that.
Yeah, because we got that probably like the 21st to the 27th, and
something
then
like that. Yeah,
we're flying back, and on the 26th you got sick.
Yep.
So the whole time you were at my mum's house,
I was sick.
You were sick.
Yeah.
So that was tough. So hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, this year.
Yeah. Could be a good
Full
one.
bit of help. What did you do the other day and we thought you hurt your ankle or something?
I banged my knee. I banged my knee on the sofa or something.
And I was like, oh.
And literally for a day, I couldn't walk. I was like, oh God, there's my December injury. Because I always have something.
Yeah.
But so far, touch wood, touch everything. I'm doing all...
Don't touch everything.
Touch my reindeer. Yeah, I'm doing all right. But yeah, I am looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me
I know not
too.
everybody's going to have the best Christmas ever. So we're doing what we can to try and keep it Christmassy and festive for others.
Yes.
I won't say much more than that. But for us, yeah, it should be a nice one.
Yeah, it will be. That is a lot of Christmas talk. So I feel like we should have the Father Christmas. No, didn't we do the tree last week for that emoji? Did we do Christmas tree?
We've done the Christmas tree before.
Then, okay, false alarm.
We haven't chosen the emoji yet. You
Absolutely
have to
not.
Stay right here. I'm just going to do the camera.
Oh, nice. I've only got a couple of questions this week, which is good because I've already finished my coffee. So I could make another one, but I could go a bit nuts. Here's one from Sam Jones. Some people love it. Some people hate it. What are your thoughts on tinsel?
I hate it.
I hate it. We have no tinsel.
I hate tinsel.
We do have a garland on the bottom, which I love, and it sounds like Christmas.
It's very Christmassy sound, isn't it?
I love that.
No, I'm glad that you and me are aligned on tinsel doesn't really have a place in my life.
No, I don't like tinsel. It used to. I don't know why it used to be such a big thing, and then people kind of stopped doing it.
As a child, I believe our Christmas tree had tinsel.
Yes.
I remember there being golden red tinsel. Then I think as we sort of got older and as it became less fashionable, it was pushed further and further into the tree.
For the depth.
So it became sort of like it was wrapped around what would be the trunk of the tree.
Yes.
And then I think eventually it was just like, we've pushed this so far back now because we know it's shit to look at. Let's just get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I never want to see it again.
Nice. We had gold and red, and then we had alternate year decorations. We had gold and red, and then we had like purple and silver. Yeah, so we switched it out, and there was very big tinsel. But now I just want more and more baubles and decorations.
You want to put large flowers in the tree, don't you?
big white flowers, and we saw a couple.
Do you think that's a this year thing, or is this
maybe
preparing for next year?
Depends if we see good ones that don't cost like €10.
I know, €10 for a fake flower.
I don't want that. I want a nice big flower, but not an expensive one.
Good to know. I've got a question that is also quite controversial. You go one way or the other.
Oh.
Unless you're inclined to go both ways. This question is from Lee. Yes or no to Brussels sprouts?
Yes, if they're cooked the right way.
What is the right way to cook a Brussels sprout?
The right way to cook Brussels sprouts is to whack them in half and roast them with pancetta and loads of oil.
Yeah.
So they're not boiled, they're roasted sprouts with bacon bits.
I think what makes that bearable is the bacon bits,
No, but actually it's quite nice as a roasted veg. It's actually really nice. It doesn't taste like sprouts.
By cutting them in half, do you
release the gases?
That's what I was going to ask, because they are little pockets of gas, aren't they? Let's be honest.
I don't know what cutting them in half
Christmas
does, but
Day evening,
because then it's just like little cabbage.
It's just a fart fest in every house.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Because of the Brussels sprouts.
No.
So by cooking them your way, does that prevent the flatulence?
Pine nuts might work in there too.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I would like.
Are we doing Brussels sprouts?
A little portion. It doesn't need to be a mountain of them.
I think I always say, like, if they're available where I'm having Christmas dinner, I'll have one or two.
Yeah. So you just have a couple.
What's your like? Talk through your favourite things on your Christmas dinner plate. To what ratio are things going on?
Oh God, I need like a very large plate. I like roasted veg because as a kid, obviously, I think every parent just boiled everything. But now I'm a grown up, kind of. I cook it my way, so I cook roasted veg rather than boiled veg, and so you can have honey carrots or parsnips. I love parsnips. I love roast potatoes. I don't know how to cook roast potatoes.
This
So
is
we
something
might
I
have
feel
to do
we
a practice.
because a good roast potato is up there for me as.
And Sarah and Ed cooked such good ones the other week.
Well, then we need to get practicing. We need to get some goose fat.
Yeah,
They've got them in
that.
Tesco.
Let's go to Tesco soon.
Yeah.
English.
I am happy to spend the rest of December
going to Tesco
practicing roast potatoes.
I'm sure you are. I'm not too fussed on a Yorkshire pudding.
I agree with that. I think that's it's a space waster.
But everyone loves them.
I'll have them.
I might cheat with an Aunt Bessie's though.
Oh yeah, I think we should.
Easier than making.
I'm going back to potatoes because it's my favourite subject.
Sorry, well, we hadn't finished talking about potatoes.
No, don't move on too quick. So roasties, absolutely, and plenty of them.
Do you want mash as well?
I like to have mash as well.
Okay, 2 types of potato. Oh, isn't Noel bringing mash?
He says he would. I kind of need to know what he does because again, he's
We'll
American. So does he do like don't they do like purified? Like they blast it so it's like cream. I like mash.
You still like bits in it.
Yeah, I like it to have a bit of a chunk and a bit of resistance, not like purified.
I don't think it's gonna puree it. It's not gonna be.
Is purified the right word?
Pureed.
Pure, yeah.
It's not. Yeah, but okay. We'll speak
yes,
to Noel about
I need
mash.
Mash
Christ.
and roasts.
Okay, mash and roasties.
What about your meat? Are you always a bird girl, or do you like a bit of red meat?
I like when people do cook too. I'm not going to do that this year. We're not going to do that. Ed's going to cook the nice chickens.
I love that the headline of a Christmas dinner, which is the bird.
Yeah.
We're not cooking.
We need to figure out. He needs to cook like 2 of what he did. The other 2 birds.
We'll talk to him about it tonight.
Yeah, we should actually. And then he can obviously do like 75% of it there, and then we finish it off in the oven
whack
here.
it in the oven here.
And we need to figure out how to do that to make it best.
Yeah, without losing its juices.
Without losing flavour. And pigs in blankets.
Oh, yes.
Like some people see them as like having them as a starter or a snack, but actually on a roast,
I
they're
like
quite
them
good.
like on a plate in a room.
Yeah.
As a little snack to help yourself to.
Yeah.
I do also like them as
with
part
the gravy.
of... Yeah.
And the gravy.
Gravy's important. I don't share gravy.
What have I missed?
Do you do peas?
I love peas.
Yeah.
But I don't. They're a bit boring, aren't they, for a Christmas roast? But I just like root vegetables.
Cranberry sauce?
I've never had, but we're having chicken.
What do you do with chicken? It's just gravy.
But it's going to be the preserved lemons.
Oh my god!
So
do you know what? I think we need to change the subject because I am.
My mouth is watering.
I am so hungry now. I'm so sorry for anybody who's listening and hasn't had their breakfast or lunch yet.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a good one.
Yes or no on Brussels sprouts?
Yes.
Yes, as long as they're cooked correctly.
Yeah.
All right, you can be on Brussels duty.
Yeah.
On Christmas
I
Day.
reckon I'm going to be on cooking duty.
I have another one that's fairly similar, and I'm really sorry.
This is such a Christmas episode.
I know. We've kind of peaked on Christmas.
Yeah.
Similar sort of question, and I am really sorry to the person who sent it because I didn't write down your name, so I'm really, really sorry. But they said they're really enjoying Vlogmas. It's great to see some Christmassy side of Ibiza. Where do you two stand on panettone at Christmas?
I don't think I've experienced enough panettone.
I don't think I have, full stop.
Oh, then let's go get a little one and try it.
What rhymes with panettone? There's a question for you. If you put it in the comments below, if you know anything, because that
put
way
it in the middle of the sentence rather than at the end.
Okay, I'm just thinking it's easy.
Here we go. It's easy.
Go. You're like Eminem.
I love Christmas, just you and me. Let's get a panettone and have a cup of tea.
Wow. Well done,
Do you
love.
write that down?
Are you a professional writer?
Sometimes.
So my answer, I don't think I don't think I've experienced
Not
it enough, if at all.
And they have the ones in the supermarket, but I feel if you go and get one from a bakery, it'll be better. But also, big chunks of chocolate in there. I'm going to make a Christmas cake, remember?
Are you?
Remember the one
Oh,
before?
yeah. It's not a fruit cake,
No,
traditional Christmas cake. It was a
It
lighter.
was Tom Kerridge, wasn't it?
Yeah. My brother-in-law, Rich, doesn't listen to the podcast, I'm sure, but I always know that he has like a boot. His car boot is full of panettone at this time of year the whole time.
Really?
Because at least it used to be. I always remember, because I think it's sort of like a corporate gift client kind of thing. It's like, hey, I have a panettone. So if you ever wanted a panettone, you could just go Rich.
Go to Rich's car.
Rich has got like 1 million panettones in his car. I don't know if that is still the case, but even with that, I don't think I've ever experienced one myself.
Well, then we should do that.
At some point in the month,
we
shall.
Yeah, nice. What you got? I've got a non-Christmas question.
Oh yeah, go on then. Let's get off Christmas.
This is from Bill.
Oh, I've got one from Bill, and that's non-Christmas related as well.
Perfect. If you could write a letter to your 10-year-old self giving you advice for the future, what would it say?
We've done a similar kind of question before, but it wasn't to a 10-year-old. I think it was sort of like...
Mine would be... It wasn't... Yeah, God. What would yours say?
Well, what advice would I give 10-year-old me?
Yeah, for the future.
Do what you want.
I like it. That's a very short letter because a 10-year-old also... Oh no, we're not writing the letter as a 10-year-old.
But no, I would write do what you want, and then I'd put a little drawing of a dinosaur. Because I know that would make 10-year-old me quite happy.
You're such a child.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
do what you want. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Here's a little picture of a dinosaur.
Yeah. I don't really know what I'd say. Probably don't be too serious. Don't take life too seriously. Do what you want. Yeah. It's our advice to anyone of any age, really. Do what you want. Don't be a dick. Here's a picture of a dinosaur. Happy days. My question from Bill, classic Bill. If you could describe yourself as any farmyard animal, what would you be and why? Great questions, Bill. These are so stupid. What lives on a farm? Does like a sheepdog count?
Yes. Good. I mean, that's a little bit out there. So I'm sure nobody was thinking sheepdog.
No.
But I think it counts.
A border collie would be nice.
Yeah.
Because they're fun and they're loyal and they round people up. They're organised.
They respond well to a whistle.
But they
come by.
They organise things.
Very good answer, Tiffler. Sheepdog because they're fun, loyal, and good at organising things. That is you all over. Well done.
I am a sheepdog.
Nice.
What would you be?
I'd be the sheep. Because you put me in my place.
In a pen.
Yeah, and when you're not, I'm literally just walking around eating grass.
That's good.
Good question, Bill. Good answer, Tiffler. I'm pleased with that one. Well done.
Amazing. What else you got? I have no more questions.
I'm afraid they're back to Christmassy.
Okay.
One from Dan. Any favourite Christmas TV specials?
No, I hate stuff like that.
This came through, and I think we only discussed this the other day. We actually don't like Christmas TV, do we?
We don't watch TV on Christmas.
I love Christmas films.
Yeah.
Christmas movies, old, new, whatever. But Christmas TV specials, generally, I think are shit. And
they're doing there was complaints about this year. They're doing. Do you know that Mrs. Brown's Boys? They're doing one again this year, and it's like
if you're watching
racist
that,
and shit.
If you're watching that, you're part of the problem of what's going wrong with the world.
Yeah.
Right now.
No, I don't like. I do like movies. We watched the latest Netflix.
The new Netflix Christmas movie.
What was it called?
Holiday. Fucking awful.
Brilliant.
Terrible film.
I loved every second.
It was awful. But you know what you're getting into the minute you put it on.
It's a Christmas rom-com.
What was quite funny is 5 minutes in, we joke of, I reckon they're going to end up together, those two. And they're sort of like,
why? Don't ruin it for other people.
I don't give a shit. I think for part of the film, they're not going to see it, but we can all see it. Then they're going to see it, but then something's going to happen that means they're not going to get together. But then just at the last minute, it's absolutely going to come together.
It's like The Holiday.
Yeah.
It's any
because they're
rom-com
all
Christmas film.
the same.
And I'm okay with that.
How do you feel about the fact that we've got to December 6th and not watched Love Actually yet?
Well, I know it's coming it'll be in the Advent, so I know it's going to be there. I'm okay with it.
It is the best though, isn't it?
It is really, I do love, that will feel festive. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
What was your favourite Christmas film as a kid?
I don't really know. I don't really remember Christmases as a kid. Enter.
Well, I finished my coffee and you haven't got an answer to this question, so I'm opening a Brewdog.
Which got delivered this week, and we made our own little Brewdog Christmas
It's not
tree.
yet midday, but fuck it, it's Christmas.
It is. I can't remember too many Christmases as a child, so I don't remember Christmas films.
But kids' Christmas films,
what kids' Christmas films are there?
Muppet Christmas Carol?
No, terrible.
Oh, you're an idiot. Fuck you. Christmas is ruined. We watched that last year and you actually said you did quite like it.
That's
but
fine.
this is again...
Was I drunk?
It's probably, it's Christmas. It's typical you that you've already decided that things are stupid and everybody else likes it, so I'm not going to. And the minute you see a little Muppet singing, you're like, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. Just get festive, you stupid fuck.
I knew where that sentence was ending.
Yes, you like Elf.
Yeah, but I don't remember liking that as
Buddy
a
the
kid.
Elf, what's your favourite colour? That's actually, well, I think it wasn't really out when we were kids. It's relatively new.
I like Polar Express.
It's probably
but
nowhere
I only watched
near
that
new.
last year for the first
Polar
time,
Express.
only a year or two ago. Right now I don't like. Obviously, I don't like kids' Christmas films, but I'm sure I did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Festive fun.
Yeah.
What else you got?
One last one. Hi, Matt. Great to have the vlogs back. I have a question for the pod. I work for Fred Perry. What I love, this is from a guy called Paul. He's done very well to just drop his brand that he works for.
Yeah, but you also love Fred Perry.
I do love Fred Perry. So, if you...
Discount code.
If, Paul, you just want to sort me out with some
Paul.
Fred Perrys, absolutely on board with that. But the fact that he works for Fred Perry bears no relevance to what the question is.
Oh,
He's just
okay.
dropped it in.
I
And I
love
love that.
that.
I think that's great. Every Christmas, we do annual traditions for staff and for customers.
Oh, so it's about his work.
Where he
kind of
works,
links.
they do
Yeah,
little
okay.
Christmassy traditions.
Yeah.
Fred Perry. We're not sponsored.
I
But
wish we
can
were.
you imagine if we got sponsored
I
by
love
Fred
the
Perry and
Perry
Brewdog?
stuff. Oh my God, what
Fred
time to
Perry,
be alive.
Brewdog. I mean, peaked. I was just wondering what yours and Tiffany's traditions would be.
Who's Tiffany?
That's you. No.
Our traditions.
Yeah.
Advent.
Well, yeah. I mean, our own traditions are, I would say,
Get up and have a drink immediately on Christmas Day.
that's probably most people's. And if it's not, there's something wrong with you.
You still have your tradition of Skyping your mum.
My mum reads "Twas the Night Before Christmas"
Yeah.
to us. As kids, it was obviously as we went to bed on the 24th.
Yeah.
But we have kept that alive all these years.
Maybe it can just be a group one this year because you're on a good time zone.
Could
So I guess
be.
she reads it to the kids as well.
I imagine she does.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that tradition has gone on to the
Mastered
next
down.
generation or whether my sister does it for them
Oh,
in order
maybe.
to take the baton. I don't actually know. We'll find out though.
Yeah, we like our tradition is, the Advent. It's not like we always go out on the piss on Christmas Eve or anything, or
No,
we don't really have super.
there's nothing set in stone. We
No,
always do
only
similar
that
things.
Advent
Yeah,
will
the Advent
happen.
is set that we know December 1st the Advent starts.
Yeah, and we normally don't start Christmas stuff until December 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real traditions.
We make our own, don't we? We make it up as we go along.
Do we want?
But I think the fact that our tradition is 24 days long.
I think that makes up for a lot of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't always on the 16th do this.
Yeah.
Or on
And
Christmas
we don't
Eve
always,
do this.
because we don't
Well, but-
always buy presents, we don't always open presents
And I
first
guess we
thing
haven't
or-
actually been able to because since we've been together, we've not really ever been able to be in a routine throughout December.
No,
because
it's
of
not like
work
we get time
commitments.
off
Yeah.
between for Christmas and New Year.
For half of the Christmases we've been together, I've worked on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So even that couldn't have its own traditions and stuff. But maybe this is the year to start putting little traditions in place. It's not a tradition on year 1. I don't think anything's a tradition even on year 2.
No.
But when you do it a third time,
4, 5,
that becomes a tradition.
Well, then I'm excited for the years to come.
Me too.
Is that your last question?
That was my last question.
That's good. It's a cute little one.
That is far more Christmassy than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, sorry if
I'm
you
really
don't
sorry
like
that
Christmas.
early in the month we've gone full Christmas.
Well, we did sit in front of the tree on purpose. So it is the Christmas episode.
It really is.
And then next week we did less sack off.
So the questions that come through from people, and there is a lot more people that listen than the people who send questions. So if you're right now thinking, good questions, I've got one, send it, God damn it. But
and
what
it
we're
doesn't
gonna
have to be like
let's
about
request.
us. I like weird stuff like would you rathers.
I love Bill's questions.
Bill's questions are funny. If you could be this, whatever, it just weird stuff. If you could be any brew dog.
If you could name a brew dog beer, what would you name it?
Oh, I don't know. That's one
Let's
to think
save
about.
it for next week. But my request is for the questions that come through for next week, and I want more sent through. None of them can be Christmas related.
Yeah, no Christmas questions, and we won't sit looking festive and stuff.
Because
we did it to ourselves this week.
I know, we were kind of asking.
And we
for
did
it,
discuss Christmas last week too, because we were talking about the Advent.
So
and
much
we had
Christmas.
Christmassy coffees this week. It's all we kind of put it out there that was going to happen.
So the emoji this week needs to be the little dude with sunglasses on. Because that's the least Christmassy emoji there is.
Yeah, the emoji face.
A little smiley face with sunglasses.
Lovely.
Send that through to us. Let us know that you're enjoying the podcast.
Yeah.
And
like, share, rate, review. Do all the things you're supposed to do.
Oh, that's becoming a tradition now, love, because you've done that more than once.
But if you haven't rated us on Apple Podcasts, just scroll and tap the little 5 stars.
Now's the time.
Only 5 stars works. I think all the 4 3s are broken. So tap that, and if you want to write a little something,
Don't be Katie Bush.
Don't be Katie Bush.
Who probably has now got to the end of the podcast and is going to comment to say, I don't really like podcasts.
I don't like podcasts. Oh well. That was a nice little one. I liked it.
Yeah, we've got the full day ahead of us now.
Full day ahead. Let's do something. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on the pods on the.
Yeah, enjoy the Vlogmas. We're enjoying making it, so give all those a thumbs up as well, would you please?
Why not?
Right, see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Jingle bells.
Oh, I need to add bells.
Yeah.